2025 has been quite the year. I hope it's been a great one for you. A busy one, a productive one, and a successful one. I've been busy this year too. I've been working on my executive MBA and it's been great. I'm going to bring you the whole online experience and the results later this year. But first, I want to look back for a minute. You know, I started my journey on this blog and video series in 2020. And now 5 years later, I've gotten over 160,000 subscribers, and I want to thank you for joining me on this journey. I've been talking for years about skills I learned in a variety of jobs over 40 years of a work life. Other people helped me in my journey, and now it's my turn to give back. And I hope you'll join this journey because I want to help you. And most importantly, I want to know what you want to know about. I'll build examples, templates, and tools for you to use for free. Because you know what? We need to help each other. The world's a tough place. And that's what I want to focus on in 2026, hearing from you and build things that help you succeed. Every month, I also have about 5,000 or 6,000 people visiting my blog to get insights, tools, techniques, templates, and other things to help them grow their career. Build skills they need to succeed and stay ahead of the job market. Understanding things in the job market like how to start your first day of work, how to end your last day of work, how to figure out what your maximum lifetime earnings can be and build your career toward that goal. Because at the end of the day, the job you do is really important. It's also really important that you earn a living salary, that you plan for the future, that you build a life you want. I also talk a lot about things like leadership. This year, for tools I've created, how to negotiate anything, things you might need at work, but also how you negotiate your salary, how you negotiate a promotion, how to create a marketing plan. I've given you a template for doing that. Working with some of my mentees, I've created some great content on things like AdCard, the art of understanding readiness evaluations in your user community before you release your next product. And for the project managers out there, I've talked about how to use alternative methods to get your project started, like mind maps, constellation maps, and gamification. I've also talked about what to do when your project slips, how to align your project with other projects and programs so that your project doesn't get de-escalated in the face of other kinds of work being done in your organization. All are important issues I've faced in my career, but my mentees are also facing today, so I know it's a finger on the pulse situation. People have these problems right now. I also talk about user journeys. Because of my work with Apple and IBM, I became very inspired in the power of understanding user journeys, talking about how to create storytelling moments, how to create a user journey that maps out the user experience and also what you're doing behind the scenes, what your technology is doing, what your people and roles are doing, and also what your policies and ways of working are doing to support that journey. I've talked about 5 common mistakes people make when creating a journey, and also I've given a real-life example of how I ran a workshop to create a journey map and the outcome my users experienced based on that event. I've also written a lot about AI over the years, and one of the things I wrote about this year was how to humanize aspects of AI. In other words, if we go completely AI, we're missing the user experience. We're missing the human touch people crave. And if we go completely old school, well, we're not optimizing. So how do you find the balance? I wrote about that this year, and I hope you'll check out that blog and video as well. And one of the things that got a lot of reaction this year was my 13 career success hacks. If you haven't checked that video out, I'll leave a link below so you can get that. But most importantly, my focus for 2026 is all about you. I want to make sure this channel addresses your needs, your ask. And I get those asks all the time. I get asks about how can I be a mentor? How can I start mentoring? I actually wrote a whole blog about how your organization can start mentoring. And I refer back to my most downloaded document, which is Mentorship Workbook. This workbook has been helpful to so many because it actually gives a template for how to go through a mentorship relationship, how to make a good social contract between two people who are both trying to learn and achieve and grow through their career, their life, but also this mentoring relationship. The power of mentoring is something I've written about a lot, and I did again this year. So if you're interested in being a mentor or getting a mentor or starting mentoring in your organization, check out those videos. And lastly, I want to thank you all for joining me on this journey through the year. But more importantly, I want to know, how can I help? Reacting to your needs is a priority for me. So when my mentees tell me I need help with slip management of projects, when my mentees tell me I need help with getting a promotion, or if I hear from you that says I need a marketing plan, I need a change plan, I need to understand stakeholder management, which are all messages I've received this year, then I act on it. I try to give you the tools, templates, and details you need to succeed. Wait, there's one more thing. I'm going to be starting my quarterly newsletter in January. I'll be talking about content that I've been doing in the past, but more importantly, looking forward to the future, answering your questions, and giving you at least one unique thing per quarter that you can use to get ahead, create an edge for yourself. And that won't be on my blog. That'll be just for you. So if you want to sign up, go to my blog and join the community. And if you're interested in learning about any of the topics I've talked about, check out these videos or see the links below to my blog and my other videos. I hope you have a great 2026, and I hope to see you next time on Project Skills Mentor.com. Bye-bye, everybody.